The hell is this? Fucking samurai sword? Alright guys, what's up? We're back for another episode of working the interior here on the 280ZX. So last episode we kind of completely blew apart the entire interior, and today we're going to start putting it back together. But I do have a few other little things I gotta do before we can start putting the interior bits back in. But in here, I've been wanting to get rid of this carpet, this pubic hair. Yeah, that nasty blue pubic hair carpet for the headliner. And the actual carpet in here is disgusting. Yeah, so I got a new carpet coming on Tuesday. Today, for now. In this box here, got the new material to replace the pubic hair trim in the car, so I'll take it out later and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So that's what we're gonna deal with today. We're gonna get this headliner out, put in the new headliner, and get some of the trim back in the car. And rip out the old carpet because it's disgusting. Alright guys, just want to show you up close. So this is the material I'm going to be using. It's a perforated vinyl, faux leather, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to trace out the original headliner onto this, and then we'll cut it out. So I've got the new material laid over the, I don't know what you call this, headliner cardboard, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to pull back this half. I've got it all lined up. I'm going to spray some of this. I've got this 3M Super 77. I don't know, I've never done this before, so... Wow, I'm like super happy with how this came out. This came out a lot better than I thought it would. And it was way easier than I thought it would be. The only thing is, like, the board behind here isn't like in the best shape, so some of the imperfections are coming through. I think if I laid like a foam, like a thin foam behind this, it would have came out a lot nicer, but this isn't bad. Alright, so I've got my scissors and my X-Acto knife. So I'm just going to cut out the holes and punch all the holes for the screws in.
Next day.
Alright, about to get started for the day on the car, and I know yesterday I said we weren't going to be able to do the carpet because it's not coming till Tuesday. Well boys, Christmas came early. I walked out this morning and to my surprise, boom, the carpet kit is here, baby. So first thing I'm going to do is remove this carpet, and then I'll start putting in what I've got. it's finally time to get this disgusting carpet out of here. Alright, so here are the carpets. So now I have to kind of match them up to the new carpet that's in there. And then I have to make the new holes and then get it back into the car.
Several days later.
Alright, today's the day we're finally gonna put the dash, or at least attempt to put the dash back in the car. It's been raining, so I have the car covered here. I found out there's a little bit of a leak and I didn't want to mess up the new carpet. So I kind of have to finish buttoning up the carpet too. Damn, the water penetrated the plastic. It's fucking soaked in here.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright, so the carpet still needs to dry, but I got a lot of the water out. So I'm going to put the dash in. So I'm going to slide it in from this side and then kind of jump it over the steering column here. Alright, I'm gonna finish tightening it down. We got 2 screws holding it in right now, but fuck, it's in there. Alright, so I've got the dash all bolted in. Started to look good. I went home, I took a little break, and I just got back. Go check this out. So I left the carpet here, kind of like this, so it kind of dry out. Look how much water dripped back out. That's got to be a good inch puddle there. So I completely dried this out before I left, and all that drained out of this, I don't know, whatever this is, a sheep. This sound editing out of the bottom of the carpet. Holy crap. Alright, so where I left off last night, I was finishing installing the shift boot. Started getting a little bit dark, but finally finished it up, so I'll show you guys now what it looks like. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is reconnect all these connectors that go from the dash to the ECU. After I do that, I think the car will start back up. Alright, so this wire isn't, I couldn't figure it out. It wasn't that long, so I kind of just started trying to figure out like where the end of the slack goes. So, looks like it goes in here. Yep, that's the last one. Alright, I think I have to get some new zip ties. Alright, so that should be the last electrical connector. I don't know if the car would have started without all that being plugged in, but I'm gonna start the car. make sure it still cranks, and I'll button up a few more things and see if it drives. I don't know if I'll put the whole interior in right now. I'll update you guys once I am ready to turn the key. Alright, looks like everything works. Obviously we're not driving, so I can't see if the speaker works, but the RPM works. Looks like the fuel temperature is working. Alright, so now that I know that everything works, I think I'm going to put in the center console, the steering wheel, and the driver's seat, and I should be able to take this thing for at least a little drive, and then I'll finish buttoning everything else up. Alright, so next up I'm going to reattach the steering column here, and then we'll put the steering wheel. I'll show you guys the new steering wheel, and put the seat. Alright, so I've got the NRG quick release hub here. So I'm dying to put this in. I've never installed one of these before, but I think they're pretty straightforward. So the back of the quick release has this button which releases the front side. But this is kind of just a safety mechanism from what I understand. So if you take this Allen nut, you can actually remove the button, I think, which is something I'm going to do. Look, this piece comes out. I'm going to install this side to there. Nice. Now I'm going to go get my steering wheel, fit that on there. People say these have play in them, but I don't know, it seems pretty solid to me. Alright guys, so right here is the Sparco steering wheel that I'm going to be installing. So I really want to unbox this on camera and show you guys, because this is something that's really special to me. So what it is actually the Sparco throttle hunt quarters TJ Hunt steering wheel. So I don't think I've ever talked about this on this channel, but I actually work at Throttle. I'm the video editor there, and everybody who works at Throttle has this steering wheel, and I don't know, I just thought it'd be cool to have one, but they were limited production and they built these before I started working there. Somehow we luckily uncovered a steering wheel that I guess somebody had purchased and returned, and it never got put back on the site. So I was lucky enough to buy this. I'm gonna have what I call our team steering wheel in this car, so I'm super stoked to be installing this guy. You know, people say there's play in these NRGs, but I don't know, this is pretty solid to me. Alright, so last time I was like trying to figure out what went in here. I figured it out. It was this guy, so I'm gonna take this clamshell out and put this back in. I showed this on camera, but I ordered a new glove box cover, an actual black one. So I'm just going to replace the blue one with it really quick. Alright guys, I'm still moving along with putting the interior pieces back in the car. I have a bunch of panels here that need to be pretty much reupholstered. A lot of them have this blue carpeting over it. And I've got a piece here that's actually broken. So I'm going to be using this fiberglass repair kit. I've never done fiberglass before, so this is going to be my first time. But pretty much I think the idea is to lay down fiberglass overlapping on these two broken pieces, and when it dries and cures, should seal together and make this one piece again. The other thing I'm going to do is take some of this blue tape and tape it on the other side just to hold this piece in place while I lay the fiberglass. So I'm going to put you guys down on a time lapse while I do this. Alright guys, so it's the next day. I let the resin and the fiberglass cure overnight. Looks really great. It's super strong now. Also off camera, I did some Bondo to the panel on the other side where it was kind of cracking. It's not super perfect, but I have some foam here that I used. But yeah, I have this foam here that I used on the headliner. And that'll kind of fill in some of the imperfections. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace out the foam. This is the original carpet, that blue nasty carpet that was over this piece. And then I'm going to lay it down, glue it down with a Super 77. And then after that, I'll do the same process again with the upholstery fabric. So I realized I never filmed an ending to this video. So here's the interior all done up. I just got behind on videos. So here's the shifter, the steering wheel, the dash, the carpet's in. Like, I cannot be more happy with this car. The rear, a lot of the rear trim is back in. And the car is a little bit in a disarray because I've started some of the next projects. So I think the last clip that I filmed was me reupholstering some of the rear panels, and I ended up finishing them all, and I didn't like the way they looked. Yeah, I just kind of like the raw look. In the future, I may actually make some panels to cover it up. Also back here you just saw the seats, so that's kind of one of the next things that I'm moving forward on. The car is at a different location now. It's actually here at Throttle where I work, so I can make some plates to put the seats in. So that's why the old crappy seats are still in here. I had to take apart some of the panels to do some of the work that I'm doing right now. I will eventually be building door cards. You may also notice the door stills here that I had installed. I actually took them out because I'm going to be doing the seats and they're going to be coming in and out. I just didn't want them to get messed up, so they're temporarily out of the car right now. But altogether, I'm extremely happy with the way the inside of this car is turning out. It still has a little ways to go. There's definitely a few things, like I said, the door cards that I want to do. I don't think I filmed the install of the shift knob. So this is like a GTR Nismo shift knob that I was able to find online. That I just love this thing. Another thing is the headliner. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it right now, but the headliner came out amazing. I also went back and added some foam behind the fabric like I did with the rest of the panels. There's a few other little bits that are going to be going in this car in the future. Like I said, this thing is a work in progress, but I am so in love with the way it's turning out. I cannot wait to put these Porsche seats in, which you guys I think have seen in previous videos. The dash has just, it came out so amazing. And if you guys want to see how I restored the dash, there's a separate video on that's already up. So I'll put a link in the description for that. Yeah, the things that I'm working on right now, which will be in future videos, I'm working on the brakes, doing kind of a brake overhaul. And I'll explain why in the next video. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the content, and you know, I hope like what I'm doing can help you guys in your restorations, and if not, just at least for the entertainment value. If you want to see more videos, definitely hit subscribe, give me a little thumbs up on this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Alright, peace.